Okay guys, for this second video here, now, my video response. Alright, so this video response will be for, let's see, actually this will be, let's see, actually 3 video responses, but I'm going to just combine and put them all in one video. So this is going to be for, what is your name, Traku Senpai? Traku Senpai? How did you go about learning Japanese? And then we have Wani G, how do I find out the adverbs and verbs and all that good stuff. And then shoot, I didn't write the other person's name, but secrets. What is the secret? Well, actually, yeah, I get this question all the time. What is the secret for language learning? What is the secret? How are you learning all these languages? All right, first of all, let me clear something up here. Let me clear something up with you guys. First of all, there is no secret. Okay, there are no secrets for learning languages. Okay, I get this question all the time. People keep asking, "What are the secrets? What are the secrets?" There are no secrets. Okay, the secret is passion, and I don't even consider that a secret. Passion, and I think that's just common sense. We all know that if you have passion for something, then you're going to excel at it, and you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it, and get good results. That's passion. I think that's what's important when you start learning a foreign language. Now, all these people on YouTube you see posting these videos, they speak in multiple languages. It doesn't have anything to do with being superhuman or all this yada yada yada. People keep saying, "Oh, this guy is a superhuman and he learned all these languages. He's amazing." It's because these guys are passionate for these languages. Okay, when you're passionate for languages, you're gonna do whatever it takes to learn that language. You're gonna put a lot of effort into learning that language. Okay. They're not just learning language to say, "Oh man, he's speaking that, it looks cool, I'm gonna give it a shot." It's got to be in your heart. If it's not in your heart, it's not gonna work out. That's just the bottom line, and that's just common sense. Okay. Yeah. So that's the secret, if you want to consider that a secret, but it's not passion. So this is what drives me to learn the language I'm learning now. Like, why am I learning all these languages? It's just a passion. Okay, I think about languages all the time. I talk with my wife about these languages. I actually drive my wife crazy. You know, my wife loves languages too. You know, she studies Korean and Japanese, but like me, when I try to talk to her about language, I know I drive her crazy. I mean, she doesn't say like, "Oh, stop talking about it." I could just tell that I drive her crazy, but I can't help it because I'm so fired up about languages. Every time I talk about languages, I get fired up. Okay. As a matter of fact, I just talked with a couple buddy of mine over on Facebook, and he sent me this video on Aramaic. It's spoken in Syria. It's an old language. Let's say spoken by Jesus, and yeah, and I basically said if I could find resources, this is how crazy I am about languages. If I could find resources, they had a teach yourself or any type of resource for that language and some communities where I can find the people who I can practice with, I'm going to start tonight. I'm starting it in a heartbeat. I'm going to start learning it tonight. I will go right to Amazon.com or wherever site I need to get and order that book right now, and then I'll get to the language as soon as it gets here. That's how crazy I am about languages. That's the passion. Okay, it's not about, "Oh yeah, I don't know if I want to do that because I can't use it in my city. I don't have foreigners in my city. I don't intend to get a job, dealing with this language." No, I don't even think about that stuff. It's just I want to do this. I want to try this language out. I want to learn. Okay, that's passion. If you don't have that, you're not going to get results in the language. That's just the reality of it. There's no argument. So if you start learning a language, make sure you have passion for it. You have to have passion, okay? Because you start on it, say, "Man, this is cool." Maybe a month later, you're going to give up. You're not going to want to continue because it's not in your heart. So make sure it's in your heart. So I just want to clear that up about the secret. There are no secrets for language learning. No secrets, okay? No superhumans, none of that. Now, of course, you got people out there learn languages. They probably learn quicker. But this can be done by anybody if you have passion. So now, what was the second question? Let me see. How did you go about? Okay, so when I first started learning Japanese, I didn't do any grammar stuff. Okay, I always talk about grammar. I love grammar. All right, I really do. But in the beginning stage, I don't mess with grammar. I just memorize stuff and make a phrase. I take a phrase book, okay? Let's say I have this Japanese phrase book, and I take everything out here that's useful, everything that I need to know, basically in the first encounter. And I talked about this. This is actually part of the FLR technique. You need to learn this stuff in the beginning because, you know, if you when you have your first encounter with a native speaker, they're going to ask you all these questions, and you want to be able to answer them. You don't want to be dumbfounded. Okay, so yeah, you need to get a phrase book. I'm just going to post a video of the FLR technique in the description box, so you can go check it out. Okay, so that's what I've been doing, and let's see. I didn't know about Teach Yourself that much. Like, actually my very first Teach Yourself book was Cantonese. I'll get it for you. Actually, yeah, it's the older version. When I was supposed to learn Cantonese before Mandarin, and I was trying to find some resources. This was my very first Teach Yourself book. This Cantonese here, okay. And this came with the cassette. But when I looked through it, I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know what I could learn from this. I was like, man, I don't know how I learn Cantonese this way. So it kind of sat on my shelf and collected dust. So this was the first Teach Yourself book I bought. But I didn't know about, like when I started Japanese, I didn't think about getting a Teach Yourself. Okay, but this is good. You can use this. The only thing about it is they don't really use the characters as much. That's the only downfall of this book. Other than that, the content is great. You could learn. Content is great. Now, this actually was my second Japanese. This is my second Japanese book I started to use for Japanese. There's a I don't have it, but what was it called? I think it was Barron's. It was basically it wasn't a course book. It was more like a phrase book. And what I would do is take phrases out of there and I'll just practice them with native speakers, like just some basic stuff. And over time, the phrases, all that stuff built up. Then I started getting books and taking phrases from like grammar books and stuff, and just putting together adverbs, taking, you know, the dictionary, get the adverbs from, you know, and over time it just built up. I was using FLR, I didn't even realize it. So this is a good book here. Just listen and learn Japanese. The only thing, again, they don't use the script. It's all Romaji. It's all Romaji, but the content is really good. So I would say before using this course, I would say make sure you learn how to read the hiragana, katakana. Make sure you learn that stuff first, and then once you start on this course, go ahead and just translate it. Like take the Romaji and translate to hiragana, kanji, whatever you want to do. So this is actually a good book. I just don't like that they didn't use the script. So that's how I learned Japanese. I'm still learning Japanese. I didn't do a whole lot of listening when I first started, hence the accent. I have a strong Japanese accent, but hey, that's fine because I can, like I say, like I always say, I can conversate with the native speakers. They can understand me. I understand them. But if you don't want to have like an accent like that, then I would advise you to listen. You have to listen a lot. Now I had that just listen and learn Japanese. I listened to it, but not as much as I should have been listening to. So, yep, that's that. So I hope I answered your question. How do I go about learning Japanese? That's it. No grammar at the beginning. Just all phrases. Just phrases, making sentences and stuff. I don't even in the phrase book, like I don't like scrutinize and say, okay, why they use this? Why use that? Nope. I just memorize it, and then later on, it all makes sense. Then you can go out and get a grammar book, and learn grammar and stuff. But I wouldn't advise you guys to learn grammar at the beginning because it's just too difficult. All right. So I mean, of course, some basic grammar stuff you can, but like you know what I mean. Don't get too deep into the grammar as a beginner. So how did you go about learning English? Okay, took care of that. And adverbs. I just talked about where you can find adverbs and all that stuff. Conjunctions. Just get a good dictionary, and this is a really good dictionary to get because they have example sentences in here, so you won't use the wrong word. Okay, very good dictionary. Kodansha's Communicative English to Japanese Dictionary. Very good. Good quality, everything. This is a high quality dictionary. I will advise it. I will advise you to get this. So yeah, that's it. I just want to talk about that. Make those video responders. I got three responders. I just put all in one video. So if you're beginning on a language, just make sure you're passionate about it, because it's not going to last long. Okay, so just make sure you're passionate about it, and if you need advice, like what you need to do, then just, you know, ask them polyglots or wherever on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they'll give you some advice. But the most important thing is make sure you have passion. Okay, make sure you really want to do it, because if you really want to do it, then it's going to help you a lot. Okay, all right, that's it for this video, and I look forward to you guys' video responses or questions. All right, thanks for viewing.